What horse
That
shit?
is-
By the way, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure if I can beat up Amanda Nunes. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I know for goddamn sure I can beat up Boba Fett. I could beat the dog shit out of Boba Fett. The actor who plays him, put him in his armor. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, isn't that
old,
Pedro
Give him a
Pascal?
blaster.
Don't give him a blaster. I don't know about that, but I'm so disappointed by that show. Mandalorian just kicked off season 3, episode 1. And it's just like, I was hoping for a new story, right? Because they've kind of settled the Grogu shit. That chapter's over. We got Grogu to the Jedi. He decided he didn't want to be a Jedi. He wanted to be a Mandalorian. So now he's with Mando, and they're a pair. That
So
happened.
Grogu is Baby Yoda?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Yoda is going to be a Mandalorian?
he was given a choice between a lightsaber and like a mithril shirt for that, like that Mandalorian medal. And Luke's like, you've got to choose. And he thought, next scene you see him fucking kitting up with his like shiny ass shirt and like taking off in the.
This is like when Ellie
Kinda got
chose
groomed,
Joel
though.
over Joel's brother in Last.
Yeah, it was an
Like,
easy decision.
Does this guy only play one character with one plot?
I just wish they played like some. I wish they showed him like putting the shirt on in like slow motion. It was like diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck.
wonder
They
he was-
made it real gangster as he's getting suited up to go like
was-
back with Mando.
So upset in Game of Thrones when they killed his sister or whatever. Like, because apparently this guy's whole thing is he escorts a child somewhere. And fucked up in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
He did.
I like
cockiness.
him a lot as an actor. But yeah, I'm not impressed by the storyline. It's already started off, and one thing it's like painfully obvious because of his new spaceship. His spaceship got blown up in last season, so now he's got more of a fighter jet type thing, and there's just a pod behind him that's like Jim Henson made for that puppet to come up in and look around out of. It's like a little dome, like at McDonald's back in the day. Those things, there'd always be a kid and they're all dehydrated.
You could never see all the way out of, though. You're like, oh, God damn it. I can just stick my fucking head out this thing. Taylor, you probably couldn't even fit your head in that thing, could you?
Probably not.
That sucks, man.
He was trying to drive the playground up there on that wheel.
God damn it.
That was always my role. I couldn't be the lookout.
Oh, it got the Taylor.
I had always, always the
guys, let's
driver,
put
never
Taylor
the
in
lookout.
You guys
Yeah,
are watching
not bad,
Last of
but-
Us too. Are you sick of the liberal love stories? Like they had gay men and then lesbians, and then they had a pedophile love story on the last one.
I didn't mind
Yeah,
the gay Ron Swanson one. I liked that one, but then
I
the
like that. We like
the
that
one
one
with
a
the
lot.
little girls, like little lesbian show, that had that. It actively did nothing to move the story forward. It's every second of it. I said it last episode. I watched the
Underage
last half of it.
No, don't want to see it.
Did I watch the last half of it
at least make
indignantly?
one of them
Like,
live.
what the fuck? Is something going to happen? Is something
Hard
going to progress?
disagree. All of you were.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't say that.
Was that a deep fake?
All right, going to go ahead and write down this timestamp.
No, I'm
Because-
just kidding. But
You mentioned that there was this kid that used to work for me. He was that kid that was a fucking thief. I think I mentioned that like money would disappear out of. I keep cash above the visor in my vehicle to like pay people with, and so there'd be like $200 in there. And like, I get denominations so you can pay people properly. Money would go missing and shit. My dad said the other day that guy was somewhere, and the cops showed up and swarmed him, grabbed his laptop. He was like somewhere on a child porn website, and it was some sort of a setup, and they tracked him to his laptop and scooped his laptop up. And I was like, and then what happened? Nothing happened. Nothing. I'm like, oh, well, they're just figuring out how many things to charge him with then. Like he's in so much fucking trouble.
is
And
this?
good. But he's somebody that Jeremy, the guy with the rotten teeth,
Oh, okay.
knows. Like that. Like if Jeremy couldn't work, I would have these little shitheads like cut grass for me and stuff, pick up garbage. When I would blow up a ton of shit, it would be a huge mess of like jagged metal. And I'd need somebody to go do that because I ain't doing that shit.
You
And,
sent a pedophile in there? Get in there, you goddamn
He's a child
pedophile!
himself.
As a child himself.
He was a child himself.
An
Like,
inside man.
when I was paying him, he was 14.
Molesting himself every day.
Yeah, he was like 14 or 15.
This is
when
going
I
to
was
be
paying
over
him.
soon. I'd fuck me.
there probably aren't, but should there be Romeo and Juliet? I think they're called Romeo and Juliet laws, right? Like in the same way
Some
that like
people
a
call them that.
15-year-old can have sex with a 15-year-old in many states.
Mhm.
But that same person couldn't and shouldn't be having sex.
If you're
with a
heading toward
20-year-old.
this counting for child pornography, no, it doesn't. If a 12-year-old sends a picture of his hoo-ha to another 12-year-old, he has distributed child pornography, and he can be prosecuted to whatever degree the local DA wants to.
Amazing.
That's just ridiculous.
It does seem
It-
wrong. There should be
It's
Romeo and Juliet
ridiculous
laws.
until you
15-year-old
consider the way
like,
that drug
text
dealers, for example, will
someone
use
else.
children to
Fucking
move
get
drugs
illegal.
around because they can't be charged in a certain way. It's closing a loophole. And when Tommy and Susie trade hoo-ha pictures, they almost never get charged to the full extent of the law. However, if some piece of shit is making his child send that to other people, and they're using their children as the distribution method, you need to close that
yeah.
loophole. That a lot of times when a law
that
seems
makes a lot of
weird to
sense.
you, you've got to imagine it from like every angle, because
Yeah.
it's rare that lawmakers make stupid laws. Now there are some old laws that are crazy. Those are the ones
Yeah,
that are in
yeah.
like almanacs and stuff. Like, wait, I can't eat rutabagas on Saturdays.
In Boston, I
Fuck,
can't go over 10 miles an hour without someone running in front of me with a red lantern.
Yeah.
So
no,
that's the
that
deal
makes
with
perfect sense. The tax code has a lot of that stuff too, where,
Yeah.
why is the tax so complicated? It should just be this. Oh, fuck you. Because you make it that, suddenly I want all my income in fucking dividends or something. So it gets taxed at a low rate.
Yeah.
So wait,
Boom.
if you're 10, could you like just take all your clothes off and then go to Toys R Us and steal everything, and they can't prove it with video because that's child porn?
Yes.
Oh, the authorities can look at whatever they want.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's true.
You can do
yeah.
that. You can do that as an adult if you're quick.
Nah, Taylor, it doesn't work.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Nah, they make you take your clothes off.
Just stealing
speaking of
Bionicles
shoplifting,
naked from the